All right, so now this is your second example from the top of your paper. I'm gonna have you guys do that one on your own, okay? So then I'm gonna come around and check, make sure that you guys labeled your graph and you did all the stuff that we did in the first one, okay? So I'm gonna move on to this part right here, okay? So we have the graph and we have some vocabulary to fill out, okay? So then here it says a blank or a coordinate grid is formed by two number lines that intersect right at right angles, okay? So these are my two number lines, and intersect just means to cross, okay? At two right angles, okay? So it says the horizontal axis is called, so horizontal, I think about the horizon, so when the sun comes up, it has to go side to side. So we're gonna write this right here. Let's actually write side to side, horizontal, right here on top, okay? Is called the, and we're gonna write this as the x-axis. Okay, so again, your x-axis goes side to side, while the vertical axis, which is the one that goes top to bottom, right? And I'm gonna use this L for top to bottom for vertical, and I'm also gonna write it right here. And then if I know my x-axis goes side to side, and let me emphasize that, and my y goes up and down, we're gonna call our vertical axis our y-axis, okay? So our y-axis. And then it says the point where the axes intersect is called the origin. So that is our origin, where the two number lines intersect. So that means where the two number lines cross. So right here is called my origin. Okay. So we're gonna have the next part right now. So make sure to pay attention. All right, so this is the other part of our vocabulary. And before I continue, notice how this is quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. The way I know how that goes is I write a big C, right? And then I write coordinate. Man, I can't spell. Coordinate plane. Because this whole thing is called the coordinate plane, okay? So now it says an ordered pair. The way we identify it is writing our parentheses, x comma y. Okay, so every time they talk about an ordered pair or a coordinate pair, that's how you write it, x comma y with the parentheses around it. So it says here, the example 4 comma 5. So let's label that just like how I showed you guys before, x and y. It says the value of the x coordinate, right? Because we labeled it, we should know already. So this one is 4. And the value of the y coordinate, this one, it has to be 5. Okay, they never switch. X and Y never switches, it stays the same. Okay, so when graphing, you go from left or right, and then you go up or down. So think about it when you go up into an elevator, right? You have to walk over to the elevator using your x-axis, and then when you're in the elevator, your only chance is to go up and down on the y-axis. Okay, so that's one way to think about it. So again, first is you go into your elevator, so on your x-axis, and then your next stop is when you're in the elevator, your only shot or your only option is to go up and down on the y-axis. Okay. When you're done, go over to the next video and I'm going to explain the next couple of examples.